isn't even this whole process a loss for the CCP and for Xi? Because the argument they make, because I asked business executives and hedge fund people and other governments when I said, how can you guys sit there? And we have one of the most ancient civilization that's given the world so much, with some of the best people in the world. It's 1.4 billion. And they're running a gulag, and the whole business community kind of looks the other way in business with them. And what they say is that, oh, well, the Chinese people are too emotional, they're too immature, they're not ready for democracy, they can't govern themselves. You need a strong father figure like the CCP to do it. Isn't the intensity of this election, and quite frankly, the sophistication we're seeing of how people approach this, isn't that in and of itself a major loss to Xi? Because it takes away the lie that the Chinese people can't govern themselves.
You nail it. And this is the reason why that since Taiwan has its first democratic election in 1996, the CCP has never stopped using military coercion and economic coercion, try to deter the Taiwanese people from going out to vote. And we know that hundreds of millions of people inside China, they're using the VPN to bypass the internet firewall to watch Taiwanese election. And also, I want to tell the War Room Posey that in 2020, Taiwanese presidential election, the turnout is 75% compared with the US presidential election in 2020, which is 66%. And that's how vibrant Taiwanese democracy is. And also, I want to add that you were talking about why there's so many people, Taiwanese American citizens in this country, are flying over to Taiwan to vote. I mean, because in Taiwan they don't accept a mail-in ballot. People have to fly to Taiwan and to fly to their hometown, and all the votes will be counted by hand. And they don't use Dominion, voting machines. And there was no J6 storming, incidents because, that election process is fair and is undisputable. So I want to, make a comment on that. And also 3 weeks before the election day, which is upcoming in 5 days, Beijing has announced the cut on the tariff for the chemical imports from Taiwan, and that is a blatant economical coercion because they're always targeting the Taiwan businesses and agriculture business, which usually tend to support the DPP. And then they're trying to drive the wedge between the DPP supporters to the election, because they will blame the DPP for causing stagnant economy because Beijing is going to cut practicing sanctions on the Taiwan imports. So that is a typical way of CCP's playbook of interfering with the Taiwanese election.